We're good to go then. Okay. Okay. So I'll run you through what gets done, and we'll get you to do the second half of the flight plan, but I'll talk you through it. So, flight plan. We tell the aeroplane where we are in the world. This time we're in Gatwick, so Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, and that tells it where we are now through GPS. Okay, and we go to our next page. We're building our flight plan, so we're doing our route all the way to Amsterdam. Okay, so we have to put Gatwick's code in and Amsterdam, which is EHAM, and we're going to go from runway 26 left. Okay.
Yep.
And then we have to start adding waypoints in. So the first waypoint we're going to go for is the Clacton Charlie Lima November, which is Clacton-on-Sea.
Okay.
So we're going to fly straight over there. Then we're going to go on the Lima 620 airway, which is more like a motorway in the sky. So if you get little waypoints like Clacton, Dagenham and things like that, they're all tend to be like close together. So that's sort of like going from your house to Asda. You're going down all little streets. When you get to like a Lima 620, it's might look more like getting on the M1 or the M69 or something. And then Redford. And that's just outside of Amsterdam. Okay, so we've told it we want to go Clacton, Lima 620, then to Redford. Then we need to tell it we're going from 26 left on the Dagenham 1 Mike departure, which is that one. And then we also need to tell it that we're going to expect 06 at Amsterdam with the Redford 1 approach. And I know that it's a Soxia 1 transition in, because I've done it a few times.
Okay.
Okay, that's our flight plan done. So I'm making sure we're getting there through GPS, but you're flying us there. We hope. There is actually a life vest in there. Alright, so if you need it, we'll be fine. Okay, so let's get our cost index put in. So if you type in for me 60.
60.
Yep.
Oh, down there.
Yep.
60.
And then we just drop that into that box there.
That one?
Yep. Brilliant. Then we need our reserve fuel, which is 2.6. So just 2.6.
Oh yeah, down there. 2.6.
Yep. And then that just goes in there.
That one?
Yep. And then we need our zero fuel weight for this flight, which is 57.1.
57.1.
And that goes just there. Okay, and this time we're flying to 240. So 240, 24,000 feet.
240.
And that can go there. Okay, we can put this in while we're here. So 138/29.
138.
Yep.
Slash.
Yep. 29.
29.
And that goes just there on the winds.
Right.
And then we need 9 for our ISA deviation. So just select 9 for me.
9. Yep.
That goes just there. So when we get to our top of climb, it should be minus 24 degrees outside, which is chilly. So we'll execute that to confirm. And then we'll go N1 limit. And we'll go to the takeoff page.
Takeoff page.
Yep. And then we're going to select 5 for takeoff.
5.
And pop that in there.
Here.
And then we're going to do our V speed. So 134 is if we can, if we have a failure on the runway on the way out, we can stop on the runway safely.
Right.
Okay. 135 is our takeoff speed, and 143 is if we have an engine failure at 143,
right,
we can still climb on one engine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
You'll be fine.
Oh well, I hope so.
I've had nobody crash my plane yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's always the
There's
time,
always
yeah.
there's always the
Yeah,
first.
there's always a first.
I forgot what I'm doing now.
Come on,
Ground
dude.
service. Oh, hang on, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now. No, it's left. Okay, should we start the engines?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want the fuel pumps on. So you can do that for me. Brilliant. We want the anti-collision light on. And we also need, oh, I forgot now, packs to off. They want to go off.
Oh, up.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can do our engine 2 to the ground position. So one click to the left. There we go. Now wait for the engines to build up on their pressures.
Okay.
So when we get to 25%, we get engine 2 and we slide it to there and then slide it up into the idle detent. You ready? Engine 2.
Engine 2.
Slide it out.
Slide it out.
And then up.
Up.
Brilliant. Okay. Try and find us on the charts. There we go. I found us.
You found us.
Yeah,
Good.
we're alright.
We're alright.
Okay, we'll go engine 1 as well. So turn the one to the ground position.
This
Yep.
one, grand.
And then when it gets 25% again, we'll slide this one out and up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's 24 and 25. So out and up. Brilliant. We do always have autopilot.
Oh, do we?
If you panic, there's autopilot.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so I'll set that up while we're waiting for the engines. Okay, here we go. So, next thing, we need our hydraulics on and our probes on. Yep, and the probe heats on.
Both of them?
Yep. Then we need our engine generators on, so the two illuminated ones can go on. Yep. Yep, and then APU can go off. So that means our air conditioning can go back to auto. And then that can go to off. And then engine start switches to continuous, please.
Engine start.
To continuous, so one click to the right.
On both of them?
Both of them, yep. Brilliant. Then I'll just get us to the end of the runway.
Thank you.
There we go. Off to Amsterdam.
Off to Amsterdam. Here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for your attention and cooperation. All of us at this airline appreciate the opportunity of showing you how close we are to making this and every flight as safe and as comfortable as possible.
There's the runway.
Oh, it's a runway. there's all the lights. Oh dear.
Okay, so flying the aeroplane. This is going to take us up,
Right.
and then from that point, that way is going to take us down,
Okay.
and then left and right is like left and right in a car, really.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to be watching the flight directors, which are the little magenta lines.
Right.
Okay, when we
Yep.
take off, it will turn into a cross, and the idea is to keep the little black square in the centre of the cross
Right.
by making little adjustments, and you'll always be making adjustments
Right.
through the whole flight. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you a hand, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so there's our 40%. Auto throttle's armed. And take off thrust. There we go. So the first turn, you can see we're going to take off and we're going to make a left turn. It won't be
Okay.
for a couple of miles until we climb out a little bit. Okay. So when I call rotate, you're going to pull nice and steadily back
Okay.
until the nose goes up. And rotate. So pull back. Keep going back. There we go. And then just let the column drop forward slightly as well. Okay. So we want to be watching this bit here now. Okay, so you want to be making little adjustments, like so we need to go forward like that.
Right.
Just get these all arms.